Hello, Ben here. I'm the MD for Just A Cappella. That stands for Musical Director, not Medical Doctor. That is a whole different thing. um, I've been asked to do an informal interview for our YouTube page and for our website. So, hello, YouTubers, and hello, website people. I'm just going to jump right in and answer the first question. So, how have I found the role so far? Being with Just A Cappella for nearly 2 years. Wow, 2 years. That's scary, isn't it? I have absolutely loved it. I am absolutely loving it. Um, it's it's really fun, and I love choirs. I love working with singers. I do a lot of work in schools as well, in primary schools. So I work with singers from age 5 to, I think the oldest person in my Thursday night choir, so different choir, is 87. I think, yeah. Um, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't prefer either one. I think, just singing in general, whatever age you are, is a wonderful thing. Um, one of my great heroes is Tony Bennett, and he's 94 now, and I saw him a couple of years ago at the Royal Albert Hall, just singing away, just stunning voice, sing higher than me. It's ridiculous. So age is completely irrelevant for singing. It's just basically the criteria is if you love it or not. And I believe that Just A Cappella all absolutely love to sing, which is why it's so fun and it's so lovely to direct them. And I think, especially with Just A Cappella, out of my sort of the choirs that I've worked with for the past, however many years, they're very organised. They've got a fantastically sort of they're a tight knit community, and it makes my job so much easier, and it's so rewarding to work with them. And I feel there's a great sort of trust. There's a great working relationship between us both. So I can sort of literally just turn up, wave my hands around, introduce new music. And I'm not a dictator MD, so there's a lot of sort of, do you like this? And they go, so let's drop it then. So yeah, we work together really well, I think. Anyway, the Monday night Zooms. Yes. So obviously, what's happened at the moment, we're having to rehearse on Zoom, which has, as frustrating as it is, been a lifesaver, to be honest, for me personally, because obviously my school has completely dropped music. Hopefully it will return at some point, but and all concerts have come to an end. So my only income really are my 3 choirs. And I'm ever grateful for all the choir members, to sort of carry on with Zoom, really. And I feel that we have made the best out of a bad situation. And I've sort of tried my best as the MD to sort of completely change and alter how we rehearse. So we do things slightly differently to how we do them in the hall in Leverstock Green. We sort of do, the first hour is sectionals, so we have sops and altos for half an hour, we have tenors and basses for the other half an hour, then we have a short break, and then we have everybody together to sing through some of our older repertoire, because we've got like learning tracks where people can sing along to at home. And in that second hour, we either have a really detailed sectional with just the sopranos or just the altos, or I've introduced sort of a 10-minute one-to-one section where singers can volunteer to have a little 10-minute singing lesson with me, basically. So if they have any questions about their voice, or they want to go through a section of a song in a bit more detail. And obviously not every choir member does that, because it's not why you join a choir, isn't it? I mean, you join a choir because you love singing with other people, and not as a solo singer. But I personally love those, because it gives me a chance to actually hear your voice, and that's my job. So yeah, I think we have as a choir, we've adapted to Zoom, and we've made the best out of this bad situation. And of course, we're doing, like every choir, we're doing lots of sort of recording at home and creating virtual choir videos, which is a lot of work. But I think the end result, it's always worth it. I think it's great. It's good fun. And it's also a brilliant experience, actually, for the singers, because, like I said before, you come to a choir just to sing in, to blend with your section and to sing with other people, but suddenly you're at home recording your part all on your own. So it's very sort of, I always find recording yourself and listening back, as horrible as it is, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic learning way of sort of teaching yourself, because it's very honest solution. So yeah, that's good fun. Moving on, yes, I mean, another great thing about Just A Cappella is it's got a very tight-knit committee that sort of changes around every year, and they have been brilliant in sort of keeping the community spirit alive throughout this period, because a huge part of a good choir, the community spirit needs to be there. It needs to be, communicating with one another, going for a drink together. Just A Cappella go to the pub, after every rehearsal, go to the pub, have a pint, glass of wine, gin and tonic, and sing, in the pub after it. I think that's just such a wonderful thing to do. I sometimes come, but usually I'm up like 7 a.m. the next morning to teach, so I tend to go home. But actually, I have come a couple of times, and it's brilliant fun. So yeah, the committee has been sending out a newsletter every month to the choir, sort of involving things, what choir members are doing. I sort of write a little joke and a little music quote, add to it. And they are also doing sort of bi-weekly quizzes as well, just to do something, to keep the choir community spirit up, which is really great. It's really brilliant to see. Question 5. Who knows when the choir will get back to rehearsals in the hall? But what am I most looking forward to? I mean, yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really quite emotional, actually, when we get back into the hall singing together. Just to hear voices again, to hear harmonies again, to shout at the basses again. No, I'm joking. And just to sing. One of the things that we're doing on Zoom at the moment is we're just learning loads and loads of new repertoire. We're taking this opportunity and we're learning loads of new repertoire, because usually in the hall we'd be going through all of our older stuff and just ironing out all the details and making sure it can be the best it can be. But obviously we can't really do that on Zoom, because I can't hear everybody sing, because everybody has to be muted. So we're learning new repertoire. That's what we're doing. So to hear that's what I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, just to hear human voices again sing live, that's going to be really great. Really great. Can't wait. Stevie Wonders Superstition was one of the first new numbers which I introduced to the choir. What do I think of the final result of the recording? I mean, yeah, it's great. As I said, this is a virtual recording we did for when we first started Zoom. We because we got Superstition sounding so good, because we were going to do it for a competition, and then lockdown hit, so we couldn't do it. So that's why I decided to record that one first, and it was brilliant. It was good fun to do, and yeah, I think everyone sung it brilliantly. I'm sort of introducing newer repertoire, sort of more contemporary repertoire at the moment, and that's another great thing about Just A Cappella, is their set lists for concerts are so varied. You've got a really old piece, you've got something really sort of brand new, contemporary, in between, all throughout different styles of music. So it really it's fun to sing in a choir like that, I think. It's fun to direct, and it's fun to listen and watch a choir that sings that sort of a varied style of music, which is brilliant. Finally, I realise that James Taylor and jazz are keen interests for you. Yes, they are. So I studied jazz singing at the Guildhall in London for 4 years. I wish I could study James Taylor for 4 years, but there isn't a course, sadly. Not yet. How do they fit in with an a cappella choir? Well, I mean, as I said, Just A Cappella sing a huge variety of music and styles. In fact, they do, when I first joined, they sing, it's still in our repertoire, I believe. There's a James Taylor song they sing, That Lonesome Road, which is beautiful. They sing it very well. So yeah, I think it's important to have a huge range of styles, and I hate the word genre. I always go on about this. Music. There's two types of music. That's a Duke Ellington quote. There's two types of music: good music and bad music, and even that's subjective, isn't it? So yeah, anything could really fit in here if we like it. I think that's the most important thing. I would never force, a song on. If the majority of the choir absolutely hated the arrangement and hated the song, I would never go, no, we are learning it, because I'm not that type of MD. You'll always get an arrangement that you might not like, but that is part of being the choir. If 80% like it and you don't like it, then you've got to sort of still learn it and do it for the choir. But I think the majority of our arrangements, the majority of the choir absolutely love singing. And I'm always sort of a little bit careful. Occasionally I'm just like, right, we're going to do this because I think it's going to be brilliant. And they trust me to do that, which is fantastic. Well, I think they do. But most of the time I'm a little bit careful with introducing new numbers, and we do a little sort of voting thing. I sort of find 5 arrangements and we do a voting thing, and then we learn the most popular one. I think a variety of styles and genres. That's what Just A Cappella sing, and that's brilliant, I think. Cool, brilliant. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Well done if you've got to the end of this video. That's very, very impressive. If you do want to sort of try us out, obviously we're on Zoom at the moment, but I'm sure we could arrange for like a little free taster session if you want to come online and see what it's all about. Or when we get back to the hall, you're allowed a little free taster rehearsal where you can come to a rehearsal and see what it's all about. You're very much welcome. Just contact us at the website. Thanks everybody, stay safe, and see you soon. Take care.